Hey guys, thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. If you guys like this content, please subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, and like the video. And if you want to support the channel, check out the description below for ways to do that, such as signing up for the Patreon. Now, what we're going to be talking about today is the market cap of Bitcoin with respect to the total market cap of the cryptocurrency asset class and how they compare to one another. So here we're showing market cap on a logarithmic scale, and this is the total market cap. You can see it looks eerily similar to Bitcoin. That's because Bitcoin, holds a very large share of the market cap, and which is why it looks very similar. If we plot the market cap of Bitcoin, you can see how closely related it is. I should note that in 2011 and 2012, I only used Bitcoin data because it was hard to find reliable data for the entire market cap before that time. But from 2013 onwards, I am using the other coins in the market. Now you can see I should note that it does include stable coins. So if you don't like that, I understand. In the future, I will try to remove that. But for now, it does include stable coins. So you can see that until 2016, they were more or less identical. The Bitcoin was basically the entire market. Until 2016. Or after 2016, I should say, you started to see some divergence, and then recently convergence. So what we want to do is look to see any types of patterns that we note between these two, between the Bitcoin market cap and then the market cap of the entire asset class. So what we're going to do is we're going to plot the market cap of Bitcoin with respect to the total market cap, and you can see that it basically goes between 1 and 0.3. And more or less, there's this downtrend channel, which obviously is not meant to be predictive, but it exists nonetheless, or I'm going to draw it nonetheless. And you can see that, we were in it for several years, we dropped down below it, and then we popped back up. And you can almost think of this as a bubble, in a sense. I mean, think of it as a bubble. Think of this as just kind of like the inverse. We're looking at it, upside down and backwards. But imagine this being the bull or the bear trap, and then here's the the bull market. We come down, we reach a new paradigm in the market. We come back, we come down, we have our dead cat bounce, and then we go into our bear market. It's kind of an interesting way to think of it. If you just want to reverse it in your head and flip it. Now we've come back up into this uptrend channel here. Clearly, we don't know if we're going to continue in this channel or not. But it's possible that we continue this trend. We could come up to the top. I'm not going to speculate exactly on what's going to happen in the short term. But what we can note, there are key times in the market cycle. There's 3 that I'm going to go over today that allocating that Bitcoin, the percentage of its market share with respect to the rest of the cryptocurrency asset class went down. The first time, I'll give you a second to think about it. The first time was over here in beginning of 2016 when Bitcoin held the 20-week moving average as support. From there, the ratio went from around 0.9 to 0.76 or so. And it corresponded to the weekly, the 100-week. It was holding the 100-week as support, and then it transitioned to the 20-week as support. Note that most of the market share, a lot of that market share was taken by Ethereum because it saw a huge bull run at that time. The next one occurred in the beginning of 2017, so I'll give you a second to think about what happened in the beginning of 2017. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know it was when Bitcoin hit a previous all-time high of around $1,100, which it had done about 4 years before. So once it hit this all-time high, a lot of people came flooding into the market, or people took money out of Bitcoin and were throwing it into altcoins. And you can see that we went from around a ratio of 0.86 or so all the way to just below 0.4. So this was a very good time for altcoins back in the first quarter of 2017. The next time is here, which, as many of you likely know, is when Bitcoin peaked. Now, predicting when Bitcoin peaks is hard to do, and I'm not going to minimize how difficult that is. But predicting or knowing when it hits a previous all-time high is simple. It either hit it or it didn't. And the market does look a lot different today. History might not repeat itself. There's a lot more legitimate coins in the space doing a lot of great things, have a lot of utility, have good teams. But ultimately, in the past, it was when Bitcoin hit a previous all-time high that altcoins really started to see a huge surge. So a lot of the times it's just the name of the game is patience. And for me personally, I hold more in Bitcoin than any other coin right now, and I will for a while. It's possible that, when Bitcoin hits the previous all-time high of around 20 grand, I'll reallocate some, but even then I'll be primarily holding Bitcoin. And moving forward, at some point it's possible that the portfolio values change, the percentages flip if another coin that I'm invested in has a good run. But ultimately I would be converting back to Bitcoin and or stable coins to offset some risk in a bull market. So the last time, there's 3 key times when Bitcoin holds a 20-week support: when it hits an all-time high, a previous all-time high, and then when it peaks at the end of a bull market. Those are typically the 3 times that altcoins really see the best growth. So just consider that. We're here on this channel. We look at longer term shifts. We're not interested in short term moves. In fact, for me, I appreciate drops in the Bitcoin price and Bitcoin's price, because then we can our risk on buying is going to decrease some, and it makes it easier to continue dollar cost averaging, which is fine with me. And the reason it's fine with me is because I'm convinced that in the next few years there will be a bull run, and it's just a matter of accumulating as much as possible until that happens. Now clearly that's not definitive, there's no guarantees that's going to happen, but that's what I am operating on. And so because I'm operating on that, I'm trying to gather as much data as I can to help guide my portfolio decisions come the next bull run. So, Bitcoin's going to, if it does have another bull run, it's going to go through these phases where it hits the 20-week, it holds it a support, it hits a previous all-time high, and then it ultimately peaks. And the key is planning mentally what you're going to do now so that you're prepared for the very, quick times that the rest of the market takes off. So, that's basically the point of the video. I just want to highlight market cap of Bitcoin with respect to other coins, and I thought that by plotting it with respect to the entire market cap would be helpful for some people in visualizing how being patient is often the best solution. That's not to say you can't invest in altcoins. I have some myself right now, but that's just something to consider. So, and I should mention that, if you're throwing a lot of money at a lot of random altcoins that are like in the 1,000s or 2,000s, if you get lucky and one of them takes off, you have to wonder, would it have been better just putting it into one of the higher market cap coins? If you just put all the money into the higher market caps, you may have been better than watching, say, 90% of your positions go to zero and just one of them really going up. So just consider your opportunity cost when making your decisions. So anyways, if you guys like this content, I'm going to try to keep this video short. If you guys like this content, please subscribe to the channel and join the Telegram and follow me on Twitter if you'd like to. All right, guys, bye.